Alright, anything else?
Hey, how are the grits?
Hey, Marshall, how's the grits today? Oh, Marshall says not today, Bubba. Say, you know that body shop, don't you? You reckon you could buff out the scratches my boyfriend's ex carved into the side of his Locust?
I reckon so. Tell him to bring it by and I'll have an estimate.
I'll let him know. Your order'll be up in a few minutes, hun.
All right, Bubba. I reckon we can call this meeting of the Lenny Smith Boulevard Chamber of Commerce. Really?
What? Sounds official.
Sure. Whatever.
What about all the hunchbacks we got? More than half need repairs. Some don't even run.
How'd you get a full company of hunchbacks to start with?
Well, I pay Mercs a bit more to send their salvage to me, and they go to great lengths to get it to me. And some of them look a bit red and not shot up at all, but don't worry about it.
Weren't you worried about saturating the market? I mean, seriously, how many people do you think are going to want a secondhand hunchback, let alone can afford it?
Bionic, didn't you ever wonder how, we afford all this?
Yeah.
In-house financing. My family's been buying salvage and selling it to the Lyran Commonwealth in exchange for monthly payments for years. It's got tonnage. The checks just keep coming.
Please tell me you're kidding right now. Please tell me you're kidding right now. Please tell me you're kidding right now.
Well, questionable lending practices aside, it is a solid platform. Back when I was in the Dragoons, I was more worried about running into a hunchback than I was an assault mech. At least I could outrun those in an Orion.
I guess you're right. The only thing worse than taking an AC-20 shot is taking one that you didn't know was coming.
And they make a real satisfying boom when they shoot.
Yes, Bubba. Yes, they do.
You need to hire somebody other than the Waffle Housers because Wendy hates Shadowhawks. The last time we came across some on the field, she bowled them right over and then made sure to stomp their cockpits down to the bedrock. And I don't mean a couple of tippy taps. I mean she put the heel of that thing all the way through the cockpit, through the topsoil, and I saw rocks fly. They're gonna be...
Anyway.
Could y'all keep it down? I'm trying to eat.
Oh, sorry. He must have got the grits. Always ask about the grits. Welcome to the new MARIK Workshop. This segment of the WBPL 76 is brought to you by the Night Owl Association, along with the Bear Digs Company and viewers like you. Why are you here?
I just want to say one word to you. Just one word.
Ooh-woo.
I just want to say one word to you. Just one word.
Ooh-woo.
Factory core, online. Automatic assembly, online. Null oil manufacturing cauldrons, online. Mech manufacturing facility, new MARIK workshop, operational. Dispensing corn, now.
Ooh, woo.
Why are you here? I have to enlarge bigness.
Power of chat compels you.
That was a professional sheep wrangling.
Ooh, but angry.
Grumble about things.
I just hit myself in the balls with an iPhone. What the fuck is my meat jiggler?
I would so download Pete.
Both the teeth.
Very important announcement for you. Free Corn Thursday.
Please don't do that anymore.
That unholy abomination of Yuletide terror.
You dare not defy their will.
Ooh, woo, the grundle.
Tactical booty George.
Because it's squids!
Corn and honey butter biscuits.
The f is Free Corn Thursday?
What the fuck is wrong with you people? We haven't started and we're already more than halfway to a level 5 hype train? We're in, guys. You can talk now.
Oh, okay.
What Parallax means to say is thank you, and he is stunned, as usual.
I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I was just watching Night Owl just bomb people with subs.
He does that.
He was not about to be outclassed by us.
Well, I mean, yeah, and I only gave one, and I don't try to compete with him, but Jesus.
Night Owl, thank you for gifting the subs. We do appreciate your support.
Thank you, indeed. So everybody.
Again, this episode brought to you by a grant from the Night Owl Foundation.
It's true.
And the Bear Digs Association. Why are you here?
Why indeed. Ooh woo. So, hi everybody, I'm Parallax, the Black Pants Legion. I'm joined tonight
Hi,
by
Para.
And I'm an alcoholic. Wait. Who else is here?
Oh, just a couple of us degenerates.
I mean,
Perry, you're a little quiet on stream.
I can eat the microphone.
I mean, that's better, but it's also not good.
Also, don't eat the microphone. It's high in a variety of things, but
including voltage.
So I'm.
It has 48 volts.
I am.
Is it a phantom power?
Is it what?
Is it phantom powered?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to ask Mad Ducks these things.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we're joined tonight by our good friends, Mad Ducks.
Oh Jesus! It keeps getting higher. The number go up.
Number go up?
Number go
That's
up.
not how this works.
Mad Ducks, Warlax. I haven't heard anything out of Squic in a minute, but he's here.
Oh, give him a minute. He's winding up.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. Your favorite three.
God, how long has that been muted? I am so mad. I have been talking mad shit for the last 15 minutes.
Oh, it's better this way. It really is.
And we're also joined by BPO's own Pharisees tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Pharisees, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. It was about 110 degrees in the building I was working in today, so I'm actually just absolutely exhausted.
Okay, so here's the thing. You can just vandalize the thermometer and make that number lower.
Yes, but that doesn't stave off the heat exhaustion.
I mean, you can exhaust the thermometer by using a car.
In a sense, he's right.
Welcome to a normal conversation on this stream.
Yep.
Also, have you considered a personal air conditioning module?
This is just normal with Squic for me. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
It gets better if you ignore him, because then he keeps talking and he gets increasingly more chaotic until it gets funnier.
Okay, so everybody, just ignore Squick for a minute. Let's see if he goes back to laminating burritos.
Okay, so the laminated burrito made perfect sense in context in that I wanted to have a weekly burrito option and Monday was going to be whiskey. But to contain the whiskey, you need a waterproof substrate. Now, since it's going to be a burrito anyway, the question was, can you laminate a burrito? And then it was the question of, okay, but is lamination edible? Probably not. So what if we take Vegemite and we just caramelize that? That might do it. But what if Scotchguard is an option? And then it was a question of, okay, can we rhino line a burrito? And then chat didn't like that. So that's how we got here. Anyway, my burrito's gone, so I'm done.
I will admit that I was the only one that looked up if you could rhino line a burrito. That's on me.
Yeah, and what did the internet say? Other than auto-completing, can you rhino line a burrito?
Why did it autocomplete? That's all I want to know. If I want to know, can you rhino line A? Why did it autocomplete burrito?
Because you'd already asked if you could XXX a burrito.
Wait, can you
I asked if you could laminate a tortilla. And I got a video tutorial of somebody laminating a tortilla.
Yeah, actually, if you put a tortilla on its own through a laminator, I bet that would heat it up pretty good.
It would.
Yeah.
And then you have to peel it.
You have to peel your tortillas, everybody.
Yeah, that's normal. That's how that works. You have to peel your tortillas.
Yeah, that's why they make the tortilla press, so you can squeeze the tortilla out of the tortilla.
That's exactly
out of the
how
tortilla.
By the way,
out of the
everybody,
tortilla peels.
Are we streaming right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But speaking of giant foods that should not be, have you seen the Morios?
Oh,
no, and that frightens me.
You're talking about the diabetes
stuff,
Oreos.
Right?
That's
yeah,
what you're
got
talking
Oreos. You've got you've got, I guess, Oreos thins. Then you've got Oreos. Then you've got double stuffed Oreos. You know how you're kind of like you're bored. You take apart the double stuffed Oreos and you make a 5 or 6 stuffed Oreo. Right?
Right, because that's what normal people do. Yes.
Yeah, they just straight up sell that. It's the Morio. It's like a 1/4 inch. What? No, it's like a 1/2 inch of Oreo goop between the cookies.
Yeah, you're at that point you're freebasing diabetes.
Yeah,
I'm an
like,
American.
Like all that it's not even frosting, man. That's the thing that screws with me the most is that stuff is just sugar and vegetable shortening.
Bizmonkey sent us a Hellion.
That's actually really nice Hellion.
Did you just
a really
interrupt
nice
us?
Hellion.
Did you just interrupt us talking about?
Yes, he's trying to have some sort of a painting stream here.
I mean, it's possible. As Squic continues to tell me, this is, in fact, a podcast where painting occasionally happens.
Yeah, occasionally the free conspiracy rant just randomly plays and you don't know why.
Look, I have a theory as to how this whole thing works, and it involves paint fumes.
He also sent us a howler, and it's...
I saw that howler, and that... Now, listen, I'll be honest, I don't like the howler, but that howler looks good. I like that howler.
He put
Bizmonkey, if you're in chat, you get a point.
Yes.
Is that like a 70-cylinder diesel engine?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Also, he put a jack-o'-lantern
really
face
nice.
on it.
Just like the highlights on the punchy hands. I like it.
I got
It's
a
very
whole
nice.
bunch. A first-time submission from a viewer, Black Spock, sent us some stuff that says that he's gotten into oil painting lately and wanted to show this off. So, giant bat. It is giant bat.
Giant bat.
Giant bat.
Giant
bat. Kill it fast.
Perhaps the bat is simply closer to the camera.
Maybe.
See,
it's just misunderstood.
If I recall correctly from Castlevania 1, in order to kill the giant bat, you need the axe weapon.
Well, yeah, the axe weapon helps, but if you can get the stopwatch, that helps more.
I feel like 20mm fully automatic anti-aircraft artillery with radar guidance is the superior option in this case.
I don't think
and also it would do well against Dracula.
I think technically if it's 20mm, it's an autocannon, not artillery.
You know, that's fair. So you're saying...
I think you should use PPCs.
I don't.
No, we just give Buff Whipman like an autocannon and tell him, "Hey, have at," and then he fights like Dracula Godzilla on Castle Bullshit.
Speaking of, well, I'm not actually sure entirely what I'm looking at here, Black Spot. I'm assuming. Well, apparently someone hates their keyboard.
Something fell.
Oh, I thought that was Wheat Thins.
That's exactly what that was. Not something falling behind me. It was Wheat Thins. That's exactly what it was.
But you can't solve all your problems with the Sea Whiz there, chat. Only most of them. If they have 2 vampires, you're fucked.
I feel like Seawiz can handle 2 vampires.
Seawiz is going to handle 1 vampire and be like, "What the fuck was that?" and then spend 30 minutes rebooting.
I'm sorry. I feel like you're not familiar with the de Havilland sea vampire and the fact that it won't stand up to the Seawiz.
The fuck is the de Havilland sea vampire?
It was, in fact, a jet that was used by the United Kingdom from the 50s through the 60s.
How are y'all having trouble with...
Concerned.
How are y'all having trouble with vampires? I just convinced them that there's no garlic in Africa and then buy them plane tickets and then just wait for it to rain and it solves itself.
This is very colonialist.
Look, you can't solve all of your problems with a small dog from the movie about the tornado lady.
Josh Grubin sent me some updated mechs that he started last week. And also, apparently, we are very colonial in this episode.
I was just saying, send the vampires to Africa, and when it rains, it sorts itself out, because someone blessed all the rains down in Africa.
Yes, right. You deal with your vampires with the holy rains in Africa.
Yes, thank you, Cookie.
I do have a question. What about those colonials that are getting rather uppity?
I say.
I do say.
You're going to have to be a lot more specific at this point.
Some nice
Don's
camo on these.
Let me don my tricorn and load my Kentucky rifle with independent intent.
I have to share that apparently we are antagonizing Aiden with the vampire conversation, and I am really considering just baiting him.
Oh, okay.
Please do not bait anyone on stream. There's a separate website for that.
That's against TOS.
OnlyFans.
Hey guys, I think there might be a
I thought it was Chatterbait.
There's a hunchback.
No, don't chatterbait the hunchback on stream.
Well,
Wait,
that
what?
was a
I've
hunchback.
heard.
What's all this?
Yes, Sunshine. As a matter of fact, vampire is a naval term for a ship-to-ship missile, and I have been on board an Arleigh Burke class destroyer when the 1MC said vampire inbound, and I've had to go and actually live through that. So it's a good time.
How full were your pants at the end of that experience?
Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it.
Ablative layer.
Grimos has painted us just a shit ton of hunchbacks.
That is a lot of
just
hunchbacks.
2 full lances of hunchback, various hunchbacks.
And one of them looks a bit crabby.
It's true.
I mean, it's
No,
the king.
no.
It's the king hunchback.
No, listen. It's day 28, and still no one recognizes that he is a king crab amongst the hunchbacks.
The crab is the king of all
He's
hunchbacks.
king of stealth.
He's not substantially different than the Hunchback 2C over there. He's just got more armor.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised when people are like, "Oh, what does Pharisees mean?" And I'm like, "It means I was a sailor, duh." People don't put that together ever.
I mean, if I put it together, then it should be pretty easy.
Well, yeah, but
And not because I'm dumb.
Yeah, but you had like the IKEA pictogram instructions to go with it.
You read those?
I've never bought anything from IKEA. I have no idea.
Why
Well,
not?
we're
They got
changing that,
meatballs.
'cause we're gonna
It's
get
a
you-
furniture store that will sell you frozen meatballs.
We're gonna get you those really convenient cube organizers, and I think you'll actually like them, man.
So I'm gonna throw this out there because I find it absolutely hilarious, but at the same time, please no one do this. At least not to me. 1. Team Yankee is coming out with their Nordic forces for the World War III game that they have, including the S-tanks and everything else from Sweden.
That's a nice DeLorean.
It is.
It is.
My boss is getting a box of them. And today we were discussing a bunch of different things, including the idea that he should take the entire force that is there and paint them in IKEA colors.
Space IKEA.
How do you make
And
sure
it's
that people don't look at that and go, "Oh yeah, Ukraine, that makes sense"?
Yeah. See, I didn't think of that, but now I'm concerned now.
Ukraine has a slightly brighter blue.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God! Why are so many people saying yes and yeah and?
I think mostly it's Grimos. I mean, at least most loudly. Also, here's a cat with the DeLorean instructions. Thank you,
Oh man,
UNC.
that's a super realistic cat.
It's a great
It
cat.
does.
I
It
mean,
looks like a real cat.
how many fucking
That's
Lego
amazing.
pieces does it take to make a cat look that real? I mean,
One.
Okay, I'm
UNC.
gonna ask ChatGPT.
Oh God in heaven. UNC Samurai has submitted this glorious DeLorean to us. I mean, look at that. It's got a hoverboard in the front.
That
doesn't
is an
seem
impressive
safe.
little detail.
It is.
Yes.
There are a lot of impressive little details. I mean, there's a...
Wait, does that mean the hoverboard is basically a spare tire?
Yes.
Yeah.
They mentioned that the cat isn't Lego; it's Technics.
Oh, well, I mean, it's Lego Technics. At least it's not a Duplo cat.
There's nothing wrong with Duplo cats.
They are
They're just a
made
little
of the
blocky.
finest duplonium alloy.
Fezbear, the joke behind all of this was that that was the only MRE that entire force could eat.
The
Was
Duplos?
the Swedish meatballs, and that all of their artillery came as flat pack, so they had to assemble that in the field.
So right here, you can see that this DeLorean comes preloaded with Bowling for Soups 1985.
Wait, what?
What?
Explain to me the soup bowling immediately.
Springsteen, Nirvana, or Springsteen, Madonna. Way before Nirvana, there was U2 and Blondie and music still on MTV.
Yes, that is a song. Explain the sport of soup bowling. I wish to participate.
It's the name of the band.
Okay,
What?
it's the
No.
name of the band, and okay, Squick, you have to understand, it's not the sport isn't bowling to acquire soup. The meaning is bowling on behalf of soup.
That's right. It's like charity soup.
I thought it was bowling with soup.
Wait, wouldn't that just be
No.
bowling with extra sponsorships?
Yes.
Oh.
This one's got a hook.
I wanted to throw cans of soup at things.
I mean, you can do that. We're not going to stop. You can even call it soup bowling.
But
indeed,
I play Space Station 13. I've made soup pizza and then pizza soup. Like,
guys,
yeah, I've shopped from Domino's. I've bought soup pizza. What?
Guys,
can you put banana peels in there?
Mr. Fusion.
There is a banana in there. Hell yeah.
We have a Mr. Fusion. By the way, Mr. Fusion
tiny beer
does not
can.
run the DeLorean, just the time machine.
Yeah, which always kind of bugged me because at a certain point, wouldn't you just go for an electric engine conversion?
Well,
like
I
they
mean,
have a hover system.
Don't be ridiculous.
The film was
Electric
made in the
cars
80s.
are Preposterous. Preposterous.
Will never happen. This was filmed in the 80s, and such a thing would never happen.
Exactly. Certainly not by 2015.
So it occurs to me that I am both colorblind and trying to mix pink at the same time.
I am now intrigued by this.
What color have you come up
Oh,
with?
damn.
Warlex, why would you ask that question? You know he doesn't have a fucking clue.
I don't know!
Why? Because he can take photos.
What color is that, Mad Ducks? Why must you mock my disability?
Hold on. I'm just...
That's because the good Lord crippled me with colorblindness like the asshole he is.
Look, it's the Wild West DeLorean with its 1950s macro chip on the hood.
That shepherd's crook is doing a lot of work there.
It really is. Oh, the Wild West DeLorean. Thank you, Grimos.
Oh, let's see. Let's see
I
where
wish to
Ducks
examine
is.
this.
Oh, this is the trading post. I had this.
You know,
Ducks, are you sure you're colorblind?
You're not that far.
You've invented Pepto-Bismol.
Yes.
Hey guys, Wilf sent us some. He told me what they are, and I forgot.
To accountants.
I can tell you what they are.
He sent it to me as Squad Luco 1, and I think they're. I don't remember what unit they are.
Soul drinkers.
Soul drinkers.
That sounds like a terrible Diet Cola.
It is a terrible Diet Cola. It was also a pretty,
Damn, if the
it was a pretty
shading on those
lousy-
doesn't look good though. That's very nice.
If you want to add more red, then add more red, Ducks.
Hey guys.
But if you want Pepto-Bismol pink, then you've got it.
Hey guys, what have we been doing lately?
I don't know. Working.
Squick, what have we been
I
doing
mean,
lately?
I've been doing some stuff.
I had a burrito.
Oh, Fairseas did some stuff. Let's see what we've got. Hey, what's this? Someone tell me about this.
Wait.
So,
sorry, I have to interrupt for a moment. No, Cookie, you don't get to bring up the weird luck vampire guy who wanted to shove his ear spikes up people's noses to steal their soup. Sorry, go ahead, Fairseas.
Anyway, that was fascinating.
It was written in a book.
How am I supposed to follow that?
You're not.
Just soldier on, change the subject, and pretend it didn't happen like we do.
Okay. So, I have been for the past about year and change. I have been playing a game with the rest of the Wisconsin party of the Black Pants Legion called Dystopian Wars. I was introduced to it by Brush King, who I'm sure you guys are somewhat familiar with because he's in the mini war game channel all the time.
I thought that was Dystopian Wars, but I didn't know.
Yeah, so Dystopian Wars is now on 3rd edition. It's on the IP has changed hands from Spartan Games, who went bankrupt, to a company called War Cradle, and they are absolutely amazing in terms of their model quality. The rules are updated regularly. The codexes are all free. You can actually see my giant carrier in the background of that picture. And it's just It is such a fun game. I honestly encourage everybody to go and play it because it is so much cheaper than Warhammer. And that's not to bash on Warhammer, but if you're looking for bang for your buck, Dystopian Wars is definitely a great game for.
See, the one that I jumped to that had previously been Spartan is oh, come on. Drop
time.
Fleet Commander?
Yes. Okay. And the good news is that that has also been purchased by War Cradle. And they're not working on it yet, but they will be.
Is that a little mini aircraft carrier?
Why are you asking me?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a little mini American aircraft carrier?
Yes, these are Americans. These are the Union. And one is an aircraft carrier, and the other is a cruise missile ship.
Sure.
Is that an ironclad cruise missile ship?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to make the point real quick.
In fact, if you point out to the carrier in the back, you can see the steam paddle wheels.
Yeah. I was going to make the point. Grimos earlier was getting very excited over the fact that these were steampunk warships. I would contend these are in fact simply steamboats.
It's the lore is insane. Like when people ask me about the lore of this game, I usually lead with Abraham Lincoln faked his own assassination. John Wilkes Booth was actually a patriot and sacrificed himself for the cause so that Abraham Lincoln could lead a shadow war against the nation's enemies.
Excellent.
And people go, "What?"
I mean,
so
that works.
These things do have a powerful aesthetic, and I'm trying to nail it down because I get what they're going for, but between the clean design, the proportions of it, the design cues, and again, the very clean paint job, they remind me of like an 80s toy line that I don't think ever actually existed, but it exists perfectly within that memory hole of things of that shape.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I can see
it's
it.
Like, what if Mask but boats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. So
as for the paint job, the paint job is super simple on these. It's just it's Cantor Blue, XV88, and Gehenna's Gold.
Are you
with a few touch?
Are you going to hit those with a nice sepia wash and a dry brushing?
I actually have left them as they were photographed as of right now. I'm gonna because I needed to get them ready for a huge game that I had to play.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be revisiting them with a little more dry brushing and touching up and a little bit here and there, and probably some null oil, some liquid skill.
Oh no, you want Agrax Earthshade for this. You would like that's really gonna match the colors. That maybe over your blue there, where you've got the metal, actually a little bit of Agrax and a little bit of Gnome. That'll give you a good kind of oil color.
I was gonna Gnome the decks, and I was gonna see about Agrax, but yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good pointers.
I mean, Parallax should do a painting stream sometimes.
I should.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird to see. I mean, I don't think I've heard of that before, but I look forward to it.
Yeah. Speaking of, here's what I started last week and went ahead and finished. Get hell some Waffle Housers ready to go.
Oh,
nice.
So these are 3 of these are Catalyst models, and the Centurion is not. I'm trying to remember who made that particular Centurion. I don't think this is Locust's Centurion, but what's the question?
A, these are super clean. B, you said these are from Catalyst?
3 of them are. The 3 on the
Okay,
right.
so if you were to kit bash them together, would you be a catalytic converter?
Yes.
Very good.
Unequivocally.
There's not a fire starter in there, Desert Owl, therefore you can't have hash browns.
No, there is a rifleman. Like, it's hot enough that you could, in fact,
I was
make
about to say,
on the hull.
Yeah, just give the rifleman pilot just any work at all and wait.
Okay, so here's the thing. Riflemans are pretty big, right?
They're 60 tons.
Okay,
60
so
tonner.
Right, but it has like 4 of the long gun noodly things. So what if you just put like a pig on each of them and then full auto to roast?
I mean, you could. You absolutely could do that.
I feel like they would roast
Black gang.
faster if you put them in the cockpit.
Okay,
I
which
mean,
makes
you could rotisserie them over the heat sinks.
I'm getting questions over whose Centurion this is, and I'm trying to figure that out real quick.
I don't know, but it looks good. Also, I annoyed the robot until it gave me a recipe for whiskey-infused waterproof burrito.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait until after the recent work so that Parallax can start painting and we can torment him, and then start reading.
This is Grinning Idiots Centurion. For those of you
That's a
asking.
good name.
That's a good name.
It's on Cults, and it is free, so there you go.
Wait, what if the pilot's just wearing a meat suit? So when things get a little bit hot, they can just pull off like a bonus drumstick and have a snack.
I don't know. Squic, hey, Squic, what's this?
The council. Some jackknob from the internet sent them to me. Which I appreciate. They're very nice.
Who would do such a thing?
Gee, I don't know. Who could it be that sent me plastic and a series of judgmental, perfectly normal skulls?
It must have been Mad Ducks. That sounds like something Mad Ducks would do.
I also blame ducks.
Wait,
ducks,
what?
how dare?
No, I did it. Come on, guys.
Warlax did it. Warlax sent him the boiled peanut skull and the Free Corn Thursday skull.
That's not how any of this works.
The broccoli skull.
One and only Laughing Man is submitting that is in fact not Corn Skull, but in fact Scorn.
Wow. Of Gauntlet
Is the one on the left a head of lettuce?
It is cabbage.
Cabbage.
Oh, it's cabbage.
It's Napa
See,
cabbage,
I don't-
if I remember the listing properly. It's very specifically Napa cabbage.
Cabbage.
I wouldn't understand Napa cabbage.
also-
My cabbage has always been into kraut.
Audience.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Audience. I give you a challenge, as last night I was speaking with Parallax. Find Parallax the STL files for the dwarves from Rock and Stone.
Rock and Stone!
That is actually a really good idea.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to look for that. And also, I want to go ahead and put this out there. I posted this in like 4 different forums. I got the exact same fucking response in every one of them, where everybody I showed this to said, "Oh, look at that! And Atamu just did it. Look, it's M. Bison Commissar."
Commissar Bison.
When Commissar Bison visited your village, it was the best day of your life. To me,
it was a
Tuesday.
Wow, that fits alarmingly well.
And I mean, like, yeah, it's red, and the shoulder pauldron and the hat. Yeah. I think all commissars might just be cosplaying M. Bison, but like this one,
of course.
Try to take over the world.
Of course.
Pondering what I'm pondering, Commissar.
I think I am.
I think I am M. Bison.
No, I think I am Lord Commissar, but how are we going to get so many guardsmen to get into the trap?
Threats of violence.
Okay, so apparently I'm much quieter than everybody, but that's because I'm not staying directly next to my microphone all the time.
You have a knob.
I was telling you about that many times while I was muted.
Knob. Well, that was very helpful of you. I've now turned the knob all the way up.
Yeah, that's too high up.
That's too high up.
Guzzler.
Okay, I've backed it off a little.
Wait, I'm sorry, did I just
better.
hear Gnome Guzzler?
Gnome Guzzler.
No, you heard Knob Nuzzler.
You're not supposed to slob on the knob.
Blah, blah,
God
blah,
damn
blah,
it.
blah, blah. Hey, guys.
Somebody was going to say
Okay,
it.
so depending on who wants to say it, this is either, and Warlax, you can correct me, this is either a raven, I believe that's right, or a reasonable marine.
Do you mean the Raptors?
I don't have a fucking clue.
The Raven Guard successor?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe.
I want to jump in on this design for a moment because A, it's brilliant, but B, like, no, I am a manly man. I do not need a coat out here in the freezing cold rain of this jungle planet. Sir, what about your jetpack? Yes, give my jetpack a coat. It might get cold.
The jetpack is, in fact, wearing a tarp. He's not wrong. It's not wrong.
No, but I love the model work on the knee pads there, and honestly, the camo work on the cape is top notch.
Thank you.
And the highlighting.
So I am seeing in chat Raptors that are fairly reasonable Marines. So yes, like
If it's a power pack, why does it have jets on it?
exhaust. Hey,
So-
it's a region.
You know what would be a great minis game that I don't think they've done yet?
Legos?
Alien versus Predator.
I mean, I feel like you could do that with one-page rules.
I feel like that it could be very easy. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could do it with Grimdark Firefight, and I think you'd be set.
But that's worse. So you're implying that their portable generator needs a raincoat tied around the sides.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it's not a raincoat as much as it lets it be camoed. Does that help?
Oh, Protoss did
It's
AVP.
already made of generator. You could...
Anyway, here's a Regent.
Hey, I've seen this one.
Damn.
Did the kid get in the cockpit?
He did.
Nice.
He did.
Well, thank you,
fucking-
Evil Stew,
get
that
in the
answered my
fucking
next
Regent,
question.
Shinji.
I mean, to be fair, if it was a Regent, maybe that would have been a lot better and a much shorter series.
Yeah.
I was like, we have designed a new type of space monster fight robot. What's
Please
it do?
don't say new
really
type.
big gun.
Yeah.
Please don't say new type.
New type?
Very Gundam in here. It's getting very good. Can we get one with a Pope Smiter? Listen, this is the Catalyst model from the Grey Death Legion box. If you can talk somebody into making an STL of this that's actually good and not just what if awesome with Hunchback gun, I'm on board.
Well,
I can never unsee.
awesome.
And one Marauder arm.
One Marauder arm and, in fact, the cigar out of the mouth of the Hauptmann.
Which, by the way, is one of my favorite things on any mech ever. I genuinely like the Hauptmann, and I will admit that 90% of it is the cigar, and only 10% of it is because good mech.
Yeah.
I mean, good mech, but cigar.
Yeah, cigar worth a lot. Okay, this is the last thing I've got. This is the Hunchback diorama I put together to commemorate the coming August 26th, that's right, 2 days from now, Tex Talks Battletech The Hunchback, the ultimate weapon of war.
Oh, man, Huncharama totally sounds like a drive-in. But, like, for
I mean,
detectives.
it's possible. It's either that or it is, in fact, a very niche brothel.
Oh no!
Am I allowed to vote Speakeasy, even though I came into this argument late?
I mean, if
Yeah,
you want
probably.
to.
I vote Speakeasy.
How many pilots survive? I don't have an answer for that, Grimace. I'm sorry. Von Falkenstein has ordered 9 boxes of Inner Sphere mechs, and the first arrived. And there will be some very poorly painted commission art soon. Excellent.
I desired to know what was in the box.
Being bad at something is the first step in kind of being okay at it.
I know I've heard that somewhere. And I know where that somewhere is.
It was Adventure Time.
I know. And I even knew where that somewhere was.
I mean, that's kind of how I started painting. I wasn't good, but I just kind of did it until I got better, and now you guys have seen that I can do pretty good ships.
Yeah.
I just keep painting, and if it's bad, I don't care. I just do my least bad.
That's all you can do. So this particular diorama, apparently OBS didn't want to pick it up. The explosion there on the side of the Shadowhawk, because I guess all of my shit blows up Shadowhawks. That's actually an LED, and it does flicker. So I don't have the video of it, but it is a flickering LED inside the explosion. How did I make the smoke, Das Gruben? Well, in fact, unlike my last lit diorama that was all cotton balls, this is polyfill for
Ballin'.
quilts and blankets.
And who gave you that suggestion?
I think that suggestion, like, I think you gave it to me, but I think I also saw it on, give me a second here. It was north of the border, a YouTube scratch building channel that I pay attention to.
Pay attention?
So what you're saying is you don't pay attention to me, but this guy on YouTube.
I said it was both of you.
I mean, are you on YouTube?
I mean, he could be. He chooses to not be. Anyway.
No, he is technically on YouTube.
Become legally on YouTube.
Become legally YouTube. Also, it was my wife. She's saying it was my wife also, because I think my wife saw it on north of the border. Now, I could be wrong about that, and I could have just earned myself a nap on the couch tonight. We'll find out.
Hey, free nap.
So,
he's not wrong.
Which part? The free nap or the sleep on couch? Oh, I've just been told
Both?
worse. I am now going to be sleeping with my 6-year-old, which means he's going to wake my ass up at 4:45 again this morning, or tomorrow morning, just like he did this morning. So, good for me.
Hey, man, as long as it's scheduled.
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna get to painting. It's before 10 o'clock, everybody. We did it. Reddit. We got to painting inside an hour.
Did we
Remember
though?
when there was painting on this show?
No.
What the fuck is Free Corn
What
Thursday?
the fuck is Free Corn Thursday?
Oh, it's a kind of cheese.
Oh, okay. So, because of this special day, I have 3 hunchbacks here that I can paint. None of them are the base hunchback, because I did one of those a couple weeks ago. But
when you say special,
actually that's not true. I have Locust Labs hunchback, which I think the base is the 4G. So this is the AC-20 hunchback. This is the AC-10 with more missiles and SRMs hunchback, and this is, frankly, I think this is the 4P that has that had 2 SRM6s.
Uh-oh, we just got a triple stack of a water break, a posture check, and a stretch.
He did it again.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And an eye break.
Oh, and an eye break.
Okay, I can't look
okay,
at you.
I need
crap,
it.
I'm out of
Okay.
Stretch.
Para, don't drink the brush cup.
I drank the water and looked at my lamp. I'm blind.
For what it's worth, I've never drunk my paint water, but my current paint water is clean. So, shut up. Don't be right so loud. Hey,
I have committed painting while drunk and drank the paint water. It was not a good time.
Excellent. I want to share a tip for everybody.
Don't drink your paint water.
Don't drink your paint water. Do not rub the Nuln Oil on your gums. Tabletop Minions.
I question that one.
Tabletop Minions, a YouTube channel that I pay attention to, run by a man named Uncle Adam, who is regularly associated with Vince Ventrella. If you don't know those names, learn them. Made a suggestion this past week on shit you can do with tools and stuff generally, not meant for mini painting, but is really useful for it. These are poppets. I have a number of these now. My kids have these.
Is that drugs?
Yes, these are drugs. These are drugs that are, in fact, basically what you get if you said, what if bubble wrap but silicone? So you can pop these things in and out. My kids love them because it's basically bubble wrap but silicone. So you see it does this, but it also does this because you can put washes and contrast paint in them. And because it's silicone, nothing sticks to them, and you can just pop that shit out.
What the hell?
Right?
Burn the witch.
These things are stupid cheap. Like this one.
This is heresy.
This one holds, a Dragon Ball's worth of paint. So they got 7 little divots in here, and you can just pop them back out.
Which Dragon Ball?
The original. When it was still Journey to the West. That one.
The Earth Dragon Balls is what he's saying.
Close enough.
It's not Purunga, it's Shenron.
Wait, the gas station?
No! Anyway. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to get out my patented tobacco bag full of dice. Say hi to tobacco bag full of dice, everybody.
Hello, dice tobacco.
Hello, tobacco bag.
We're going to get out the first D20 I find. And I'm going to roll this D20, and I'm going to count up from the top down of my paints, and that's going to be the base color of, let's say, this hunchback.
Why not just have the colorblind guy just pick colors at random?
Because then I have to like turn my camera, and you have to then we do this whole Abbott and Costello routine where you're like, no, 6 from the left, and I say 6 from the right, and it's just a thing. So we roll a die, and that says 4. So I count down from the top. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start from the first color that's a color and not gray. So that gives me hull red. Hull red.
Oh boy.
So I guess he's going to be partially red. And then we're going to roll them again, and we're going to get an accent color, and we'll count up from the bottom this time. So that's a 6, I think. 6? Yeah, okay, so the dot's below that. So, okay, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be a weird one, so he's red and he's purple. Cool. I don't think that matches up to any existing faction, but I'm not going to take the time to figure it out because it is 10.
No, it's definitely going to be like a Heinz breakfast sandwich mashup where somebody decided ketchup and jelly was the way to go.
Oh God.
No, I can explain this one.
Do it.
Okay.
Okay, this is the Minnesota Sound faction. This is definitely Prince.
I accept. It's canon. I'll allow it.
This is the Purple Rain mercenary group.
Yes, exactly. You see now.
I do. So here's what's going to happen. Now he's going to be predominantly purple, but his head's going to be red, so he's got a raspberry beret.
Yes! Yes!
I'm completely okay with what just happened.
I think we need at a second-hand store.
I think we need to give him red legs as well, so he can charge on in like a little red Corvette.
I'm on board. I'm on board. He's got
Wait,
red
what
legs
if the
and
Corvette was of substantial chunk?
Then it's like a Corvette that was made after 1961. Any of them after 1961 got real chunky.
Then you give it more cylinders.
True. Although the C4s weren't too big.
I mean, compared to the C1 and the C2, they were enormous.
Well, yes, tremendous, but you know, they also didn't have torsion bar suspension.
Yeah. Being a faithful son of the great Commonwealth of Kentucky, I must say, despite the fact I'm not a Chevy guy, I feel obligated to defend the Corvette.
As long as you don't try to turn quickly.
The modern ones are better for that.
Yeah, the modern ones actually drive like cars.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they got to it before the Mustang did.
Is that desirable?
Independent rear suspension.
Yeah, that one.
Independent from what?
Independent from Britain.
Each other.
Yes.
Independent from D's notes.
I should certainly hope so. If you have the opportunity, please try to avoid attaching your gentleman's appendage to the suspension of any moving vehicle.
You see, I feel like Squic doesn't appreciate truck nuts.
You're not my real mom.
Yeah, and those aren't my real nuts.
Nobody said you had to put
Wait, hang on. You're not supposed to put your real nuts on the truck?
I mean,
look, Matt, you do you. I prefer to establish ownership through like a title, but
Hey, how are the dogs supposed to know whose it is if you don't pee on it?
I'm gonna say just establishing it with a title. I don't want to know what Tripp's bringing and showing the notary.
Notarized D's nuts.
The Pharisee shows up, slaps his balls down on the table, and says, "This car's mine."
Okay, then they'll stamp them.
Oh, that just makes it better.
I already have a tattoo that says claimed.
Yeah.
The Navy did a number on you, didn't it?
Actually, it was my wife that encouraged that one.
Your wife has notarized your testicles.
I mean, solid plan.
His wife has, in fact, a deed that says ownership certified of one set D's nuts.
Correct.
Oh, well, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that works. Usually it's just on paper instead.
Instead of Doe's nuts.
But, you know, it
Well,
does
the
avoid
stamp
a
is on
lot
the
of
thigh.
confusion.
But it has an arrow.
Oh, okay. I don't want to know what the arrow is pointing to.
Look, it's fine. Proper labeling and
it's pretty
identification is
self-explanatory.
vital to ISO certification.
Oh my goodness.
I like the fact that this actually caused like a pregnant pause in the conversation.
That does occasionally.
Certify these testicles.
Now the pause is very pregnant.
Ziggy
That's
Fool
the power of
asks
certification.
for tips from the hive mind for painting ground vehicles for the first time.
Okay.
Well, first of all, they can't fly.
He's not wrong. My answer to that question would be steer into terrain camouflage. Pick whatever color you want to go with, build up from the dark version of that up to the light, and then dry brush it with something like Vallejo has a paint they call Iraqi sand. If you can find pale sand, that'll work. But basically, you want a light khaki, and you can dry brush it after you get your base coats on, and that's going to give you a pretty basic and reliable method of getting a camouflage pattern started. If I had a vehicle here, I'd illustrate, because it doesn't take long.
No, you know how you get perfect camouflage?
No, vehicles are quick to paint. Very quick.
Yes.
So I just want to point out that it is very challenging to just look over and grab, say, a red paint or a brown paint when there are a couple of different browns and a couple of different reds and you can't tell any of them apart. And someone was nice enough to send me a set of paints that have names that are actual names, not abstract names, like, like Emotional Sunset, Margarita Vomit.
That's not allowed.
And I gotta say, like, yes, I still have to dig. Like, I have to pick up like every single one and go, is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this? To read the names.
But you can at least look at it and say, okay, this one says red and not bright red. We'll go with that one.
Yes. So somebody sent that to me, and I appreciate that. I messed up.
I'm
appreciate
that. Sure they're glad to hear that.
Matt, we need to invent some new colors.
Everybody say thank you to Grimos for sending him that.
Thank you, Grimos, for sending him that. No, but we need to invent some new colors.
I am on the job.
Octarine.
Brungus.
I'm pretty sure Brungus is a shade of brown and green.
I think
Brungus is a shade of brown.
I think brown is a color now. I think.
Yeah, it's like a deep, rich Brungus.
It's.
I accidentally just invented Brungus.
I'm gonna go with Splurge.
Splurge is a good one. I'm not sure what color.
I thought that was like a drink at 7-Eleven.
It is, but it's named after the color.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with Chlorple.
Chlorple. Why do I feel like Chlorple is very specifically a mix of like green, yellow, and purple?
Oh, I thought it was going to be a mix of like Mike and Ike's and meth.
Oh man, here I am. I'm going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, this sounds like that real color and that real color. And so it's going to be like, this sounds like the color of depression mixed with the flavor of Doritos Locos Tacos.
Okay, so you've been to my college art course?
I think
that was basically what I went through.
Splurge is the color of new car smell.
Look, the college course was very interesting because it was clearly aimed at people who already know how to art. And also, while the teacher was a delight, they were also very much an art teacher.
Yeah.
In every way.
Dux, Grimos needs you to explain what he did.
Grimos, you took the blame for sending me paints with names on them to cover for the real culprit that did it while he found out I was sick.
Totally Grimos. Grimos is
Which one says Brungus?
Yeah, which one says Brungus, Dux? I really hope somebody's getting these Brungus quotes.
I hope no one is getting these Brungus quotes. Crap, Grimace is going to quote that.
Quote your Brungus today.
Chlorple!
Chlorple, Brungus, and Splurge.
Okay, somebody clip him saying that, and it's going in the opening. Chlorple, Brungus, and Splurge.
I think I met those guys
Great
once.
attorneys at law.
Corporal Splurgus, attorneys at law.
Splurge hasn't made partner yet. They're still an associate.
Are you experiencing legal fight? We fight to win. Cheat now. Bring knife.
Humble about things.
Glorple, Brungus, and Spurge. We stab for you.
Shit, I didn't know this was...
I mean, I'm sold.
You know, that is now...
Griglak litigate.
No.
That is illegal.
So guys, that is quite literally a partnership law firm that I think has to appear in Grundleman and Uwu Boy.
I mean, if it doesn't appear there, like, Dux, you and I are going to have to write this sketch. Like, this is going to have to be a commercial now.
Okay, hold on.
No.
I am going to text. I'm going to text, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to message you right now. Corporal what? Okay, Corporal Grundle and what?
Give him the Grundler.
Splurge.
I don't think it was Grundle.
Brungus.
No, it wasn't
Brungus.
Brungus.
I was painting.
I think
Believe
we
it
also
or
had
not.
Ground in there, but I don't think Ground's made partner yet.
Yeah,
No,
Ground.
Ground's only a paralegal.
Yeah.
Ground is a variety of Brungus, really.
Ground. I mean, like, Ground really makes the whole law office work. But, like, they don't have a law degree, so, like, they don't get any of the credit.
Okay, so they're the Dr. House of lawyers, if House wasn't a real doctor.
Yeah.
See, I didn't catch one of the names because I was actually painting. I know that's rare, but...
Oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Man, with your productivities.
Squic, weren't you going to paint something?
Oh, yeah, but not tonight. I have to assemble, glue, post-process, do some damage control where things didn't work out quite right.
Squic has to control his damage.
Look, if I didn't, we'd have bigger problems.
Squic has to get a coat of Browngus over his damage.
Oh, Grumble.
Glorple!
Glorple!
Okay, right. I have no beverage. I'm going to go refill my milk.
Glorple sounds like a color Cookie came up with.
Kind of. I will
Water
be
break,
right
posture
back.
check, stretch and eye break. So
Okay.
a pet.
Oh, and pet.
Water
Okay,
break.
we will pet.
Okay.
We will pet the Shiba Inu.
Thank God that we've got Pharisees here tonight to go ahead and get us the pets.
Yeah,
Yep.
because my cat's actually sleeping with my wife right now, so...
I mean,
Okay.
Are you okay with that kind of arrangement in your marriage?
Yeah, my cat's leaving me alone so I can paint. Yes.
I am petting the doggo. It is official. She is looking at me slightly confused because she was dead asleep.
Meow.
Fair enough.
Bah.
Not our fault.
Somebody put a paintbrush in. No! No, they got purple on the brush. No purple.
No purple on the brush.
Glorple.
We did it. We got to it in time. Everybody, the disaster has been averted.
Okay, save.
I didn't see any purple.
Yeah, but can you anyway?
No.
Are you making fun of his disability?
I mean, I make fun of my colorblindness. So
Yeah, Warlax, how many fingers am I holding up?
26.
Jesus.
that checks out. He's
Good
good.
enough.
No, nobody asked him if they were his fingers, so
Indeed.
No, they're not my fingers. I can assure you they're not mine.
it's a very polydactyl cat, as it turns out. It's a very polydactyl cat.
That's funny you mentioned that. My aunt-in-law has pixie bobs, and they have like 7 claws on their
Jesus
front paws.
Christ.
They're like,
I really hope their
Yeah.
name is like the cat's name is Ginsu.
I just hit myself in the balls with an iPhone.
no, it's Sundance.
Again?
What?
Did you just hit yourself in the balls with an iPhone again, or did Diggs go through and get that sound bite and change the subscription sound on me?
Okay, I'm back. So I checked with my roommate.
Oh God, Diggs changed the subscription notification when I.
Oh no.
Now the subscription, Squic, you'll love this. When we get, and I really hope that we've got somebody here in chat that can illustrate to him real quick, the sound we get when somebody subscribes now.
So I talked to my roommate, and he says that he prefers Brungus to Glorple.
Okay. So as it turns out, it only happens when someone subscribes, not when it...
I just hit myself in the balls with an iPhone. You absolute hammer clowns.
Oh God, it was Diggs. We didn't ask him to do it. That's perfect.
I choose to believe that is his new ringtone.
Oh God. Oh shit, this is the dumbest, best show.
I feel like every so often Diggs has got to remind us he's in charge.
God damn it, guys! Stop
Night
getting
Owl's
so
gone wild
many
again.
trains.
He's just given away another 5 subs.
Right to the Brungus.
And Grimos has added, quote, 3105 now.
Which is?
Oh God, it was.
Oh God, it was Diggs. We didn't ask him. Okay.
I just want to point out that Small Blessings Night Owl gifted 5 once, and it played it once, not 5 times.
You see, you just told Night Owl he needs to start submitting them one at a time.
I don't think even Night Owl's that malicious enough.
I think he can do it occasionally. It might not be his go-to, but I'm pretty sure every now and then it's just going to be this cavalcade of Squic hitting himself in the balls.
Yeah, that's just everyday life. I'm not a smart man, and my hands are stupid, and sometimes they don't hold on to things so good.
And Squic is
then
sterile
it's just like,
as fuck. And he just hits himself in the balls so many times a day.
Look, it's fine. I wear thick pants.
Wear thick pants.
I wear thick pants. Who wears thick pants?
They're such thick pants, and they're mighty thick pants.
Yeah, thick pants and short shorts.
A generous grant from the Night Owl Foundation.
Oh God.
New from TLC.
The new Acme thick pants with short shorts. Protect your nads today.
Do you find yourself hitting yourself in the grundle too often?
Oh.
I painted 2 big things, and now I'm trying to focus and paint 5 little things, and it's not working for some reason.
Because you don't have Brungus on hand.
Yeah, you gotta Brungus up the brush, man.
Yeah. It's important to prime your brush with Brungus.
Look, the iPhone is the work phone. It is provided by my workplace.
Oh, come on.
The Samsung Galaxy Nut Evaporator.
I remember seeing that advertisement and going, no, certainly nobody would.
Ex-girlfriends across the country invested heavily.
Download your Brungus today.
Or even better.
Desert Owl 97, please do me a favor and search Larry Blackman codpiece.
I'm sorry, what?
It must be Brungus. Oh no! Hunchback fell down.
Oh no!
You know, for once, I'm going to be able to talk to one of the people that made these models and like do it with a straight face after I randomly select colors on the stream, and it wasn't, oh yeah, this hunchback is Macho Man
Give
Randy
it truck
Savage.
nuts.
How many
And then
creators
Thunderhead never talked to me again.
How many creators have you confused?
Wait a minute, really?
I haven't reached out to him in a while, but there was that Panther we did of his that I went to chat and said, hey chat, how do? And they said, pro wrestle Panther, and like he actually ducked in for a little bit during that stream.
Right.
And then he left without saying anything.
I mean, I think I can understand that. I've seen our streams.
Yeah.
Oh, I solved that problem by talking a lot during our streams.
Yeah, he doesn't notice shit.
Yes, we know.
If I'm constantly talking, I'm not listening. And if I'm not listening, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's great. It's like a defense mechanism, like one of those puffer fish, but for your brain. You just have to inflate your skull until words come out, like a frog.
What if Fugu but thoughts?
Hell yeah.
Isn't that just uwu?
Do not uwu my fugu.
Oh god, it is 10:13 here in the Central Time Zone. I think it might be time for an Us or Ain't.
Us or ain't.
It's time to play a game of Us or Ain't.
Us or ain't. We need somebody to come up with better lyrics.
No, we don't. It's a thing now. Okay, no, here's the thing. Chat, if you will send in recordings of yourself singing the Us or Ain't song, maybe we'll use it.
I like how we do this without telling them like what the us or ain't song is.
I don't care what the Us or like they can come up with their own lyrics.
Relax.
Maybe we will go ahead and we will layer all of you on top of one another and make a horrible amalgamation of the song.
Us
Oh,
or
can we
ain't
just
the
auto-tune
world.
everyone really badly?
Us or ain't the children.
Us or ain't. Dun 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 dun. Us or ain't.
Dun 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 dun.
It's
us or ain't.
Okay.
They quote every one of us. They quote every one of us.
Us or ain't.
Grimace gets all the quotes, he puts them into the thing, and Night Owl knows.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's a question of those who want to win, those who believe, and those who hate money, all gathering together around the circle of fighting to fight over the club for circling, where the talking stick becomes the beating stick back and forth until only one winner is standing, and everyone else has discount snacks.
Cookie,
from
just
the
start
snack
it while he's
bar,
ranting, and
30%
then it'll
off
be
with
time
admission
when he's
tickets.
done.
I would like to make the point here that this is a really fucking bizarre stage adaptation of Lord of the Flies.
Us or ain't, us or ain't, us or ain't, us or ain't.
No, that's a great cross-promotional opportunity. That's why we have the Flies Water.
I just had talking to my head. Quoting
Wait,
time.
what the fuck is
You don't
Hawaiian
have to
Punch
quote us.
Greenberry Rush? It looks like antifreeze, but it's cheap.
Maybe it's rejected antifreeze?
Would that be pro freeze?
Yeah.
Oh, so like a slushy. Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
what
sorry,
we're
Mad
with.
Ducks, you were serenading us.
I was not. Nope, never happened.
Okay. Pharisee got real quiet. I think we scared him.
No, you didn't scare me. I was just petting the dog.
Oh, okay.
He's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's been
You
through
know,
more than us. This.
I don't think that the pet is that long of a redemption.
Yes, but if you wake up
No.
doggo.
No, but when you wake up the dog, you're required to pet her because it's just in the nature of how she is.
Yeah, that's just how dogs be. If you wake them up, you're required to give them attention. This is the law.
Squick, in the future, when we get a pet, I'm going to ask you to pet Frank for me.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Additionally,
okay.
I
So-
was showing people the Maiwa Dinky, Mr.
Mr.
The Maiwa Danky, Mr. Naki, drumstick type musical instrument.
I was showing that at work. At a music store,
Nice.
an actual music store.
Yeah. It's the least musical of their musical instruments, but I enjoy it. Also, Cookie's about to pull the quote. It is, quote, 1954. Skeletons have been the source of my troubles. Heavy.
That seems
Elden Ring.
unlikely to be us.
Statistically, it's very unlikely to be us. But I've only lost like 350,000 goob. I still have 18 left.
I wonder how many people threw their goob into the goob hole.
I don't think it was anyone this time.
Ah, wasn't anybody last week?
No, there was a
either.
few.
Oh, okay.
Twitch had crashed, so I didn't even get the Usserate notification. It happens. But I've uncrashed it now.
Good.
By Grabthar's hammer.
You shall crash
Shall
this
be
goob.
What a savings.
Show
Oh, yes, I
Somebody
should clarify.
clip that,
I don't
please.
have 18,000 goob remaining. I have 18.
Ride or
somebody
die
quote-
on that us bed, isn't it?
Somebody
I
clipped
really is.
by Goopthar's hammer.
By
What a savings.
Goopthar's hammer.
By Goopthar's hammer.
What a savings.
That sounds like a fancy plunger.
Goopthar's
Well,
hammer.
now it does.
Come on
Okay,
down.
so I, like 5-10 years ago, I went to Costco because I wanted to get a toilet plunger, and I was at Costco. So you do what
I
anyone
went
does.
to
There you
Costco
go.
because I was at Costco.
Yeah, look, it's a big
tracks.
store. So I went there, and they had a plunger with nanotechnology. It wasn't a very good plunger, but it was expensive.
I feel like you don't need a micro plunger when you need a plunger. I feel like you need a macro plunger when you need a
Yeah,
plunger.
but that was the extent of their advertising on it. It was with nanotechnology asterisk. There was no explanation for what the asterisk was. They just put an asterisk on the box and was like, fucking buy it. It's a science plunger.
Science plunger. It gets the bad science out of the pipes.
Trust me, it'll eliminate your Grey Goo scenario.
Oh, grumble.
Grundle? Did he
Grumble.
say, oh, grundle?
Do not grundle the toilet.
Do not grundle the grumble.
I feel like that's gonna happen anyway. Squick.
Yeah, and I feel like waterproofing a burrito, but here we are.
Squick, tell everyone about waterproofing a burrito. I'll be right back.
Hold on, Squick. Did you
What?
did I say, but here we are to you so many times snarkily that you used it on me?
It entered my lexicon and it won't leave.
That is my fault, isn't it?
Look,
But here we are.
Dang.
No, here's the thing. I am a lexiconical magpie, but not voluntarily. It's not like I go out going, oh, that's a neat turn of phrase. I'll take it. It's just I hear a neat turn of phrase. My brain is like, this is mine now. We will use it. We will use it too many times.
You have absorbed my snark and added it to your own.
Yeah, so now I'm snarkling.
Eventually, what'll happen if you talk to Tex enough? I have made fun of Tex for his use of the turn of phrase. You have to understand, to the point where he once upon a time it got to the point where he said it for like the third time in a conversation, and I just looked at him and I said, "Do I really have to understand?"
No, okay. So with Tex, what has entered my lexicon involuntarily is don't worry about it.
Ditto.
What's really bad is I said it before hearing Tex say it a lot, and now I say it even more.
Yeah, don't worry about it, and this is very normal.
No, I've been saying this is very normal for like 8 years because Space Station 13. But I'm also the guy that runs around when during rad storms and nuke rounds and while the evac shuttle's coming yelling panic calmly though. So,
I have a question there, Mad Ducks. When you play Space Station 13, do you have a particular faith or creed you ascribe to?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Would you mind enlightening us with your holy vision?
My character is Johnny McHuman. And Johnny McHuman is a simple creature. Johnny McHuman is an engineer, very human. Is the most human possible name, mathematically. I can prove it. And Johnny McHuman follows burgerism.
What's burgerism, Mad Ducks?
Burgerism is a faith based entirely on burgers.
I thought it was going to be
You eat burgers.
I feel like I could have called that one.
I feel like this is a very Tom Bombadil kind of religion.
Borgars.
No, that would be beanism.
It might
That
be,
is true,
It
yeah.
might also be pizzaism, but we'll see what happens.
You're not wrong. but no,
Barbarianism.
burgerism. So once upon a time, around the table on Cog 1, I had over 450 burgers on the table. And then in the back, I had a crate full of the gigantic burgers that cause you to die of heart failure, but I saved those for later. People gathered around and started eating burgers and saying praise burger until all of them died. Medbay cloned them, and they came back and went right back to eating burgers, and they died again of heart failure. Medbay was not happy with me, but I kept making burgers and throwing them, literally hurling them out the window at the table as fast as I could. There were no survivors. So,
You outpaced Medbay. Nice.
oh, they only have one cloning machine on that station, and it was busy.
As it turns out, he's got several spots on the grill. He can get 48 burgers on that flat top, boy.
I also had 2 food synthesizers, too.
Shit.
I was popping out cheeseburgers as fast as I could.
Synthesize these burgers.
There's also
I once crashed the server with a big burger.
Splayed burger eggplant.
And I went to 7-Eleven and I bought a hot dog.
That would splay your burger pretty wide.
Yep, it sure would. How did you almost crash a station with a burger? Not that I was saying I would recreate this, but...
So I literally just kept adding things to the burger, and I completely, like, drained the kitchen of any and all ingredients and supply, and apparently I hit, like, a stack overflow on accessorizing the burgers, and I crashed the server. This is one of those situations that when you rejoin the server and they figure out who did it, you get bloinked, and instead of the question from the admin starting with why, it starts out with how. Which is when you know you've done something well.
The answer to the question is Beyond is not a robust engine.
No, it is not.
I feel like I could fight Beyond with a toolbox and win.
You could. You could fight Beyond with a toolbox made out of pool noodles and win.
I think that's been done.
So, anyway, I went to the internet, and do you guys want the recipe for whiskey-infused waterproof burrito?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Chapter 1. The Art of Shell Sealing. Ingredients. Large flour tortillas, 1 per burrito. Whiskey of your choice, about 2 to 3 tablespoons per burrito. Edible shell sealant, recipe below. Burrito fillings of your liking, e.g. grilled chicken, rice, beans, vegetables, or cheese. Chapter 2, edible shell sealant. Ingredients: 1/4 cup cornstarch, 1/4 cup water, 1 tablespoon vegetable oil, pinch of salt. Instructions: in a small bowl, whisk together the cornstarch and water until smooth. In a saucepan, heat the vegetable oil over medium-low heat. Pour the cornstarch mixture into the saucepan and add a pinch of salt. Cook, stirring constantly until the mixture thickens and becomes translucent. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Remove the saucepan from the heat and let the sealant cool slightly. Chapter 3, Crafting the Whiskey-Infused Burrito. Instructions.
I feel like you want to make the burrito before you make the cornstarch slurry, but go ahead.
So you'd think, but you're not the culinary robot.
He's got you there.
I'm not the culinary robot. He's right.
Lay out a large flour tortilla on a clean, dry surface. In a small bowl, mix your chosen whiskey with the edible shell sealant you prepared earlier. The sealant will help hold the whiskey without immediately soaking the tortilla. Brush the whiskey sealant mixture onto the tortilla, covering the entire surface. Be sure not to oversaturate, as you want to create a barrier without making the tortilla soggy.
Wait, if it's waterproof, what? Never mind.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Water resistant.
I do not understand the message. I simply deliver it. Allow the whiskey sealant mixture to set for a minute or two, creating a flexible yet whiskey-resistant layer on the tortilla. It's made of whiskey. Whiskey is not whiskey resistant. Assemble your burrito by layering your chosen fillings in the center of the tortilla. Don't forget to leave some space around the edges for folding. Why? You can just make a pizza. It's cool.
But
Carefully
you asked
fold...
for a burrito, sir.
You did.
Yeah, well, I asked for it to be whiskey resistant, and the other solution was, what if you just covered it in whiskey?
Well, then it'll resist further whiskeying.
Carefully fold the sides of the tortilla in, then roll up from the bottom to create a sealed burrito, and serve your whiskey-infused burrito immediately, or wrap it in foil for later enjoyment.
Immediately, or not. Okay,
I would
point
like
out
to reserve a spot here later to come back to sealed and whiskey, but please go ahead.
Chapter 4. Oh, good.
I had the same concern Squic did, and voiced it at the same time Squic did. Something's wrong here.
It's fine. It's normal.
May I address
Chapter 4.
May I quickly address sealed and whiskey?
Sure.
Baby, I can see you like a kiss
Moving
from
on.
a whiskey burrito.
As you embark on this innovative culinary escapade, remember that experimentation is key. The balance between the flavors of your chosen whiskey and the delicious burrito fillings will create a symphony on your plate. However, do exercise caution. The burrito's structural integrity might be compromised if over-soaked. Enjoy the waterproof masterpiece responsibly to share the story of your edible adventure with your fellow college gastronomes. And there you have it. My brave chef in training, a whimsical yet practical recipe that marries the art of whiskey with the craft of burrito making, all while keeping in mind the appetites and creativity of college students. May your culinary endeavors be as exciting as they are delicious, and remember to embrace the zest for experimentation that fuels the heart of a true food enthusiast.
So, Pharisees, this is your peek behind the curtain of the workings of this show. What do you think so far?
I mean, I'm impressed.
I'm not sure why buy, but okay.
It explains the extra big-ass bottle of acetaminophen.
The recipe does, or...
It's true.
I think just the general vibe is does call for a certain amount of acetaminophen.
It also calls for a certain amount of whiskey-resistant whiskey.
Yeah, I'm still a little befuddled on how whiskey is. I mean, it clearly will resist further whiskey with the cornstarch, but it's infused with the whiskey to begin with.
Yeah. But you see, once it's in there, then no more can get in. Like here.
No, don't worry. I'm quizzing it now. I will have an answer.
He's interrogating the AI to get a better answer. Folks, we have a purple and red hunchback. He's not perfect, but frankly, he's better than he should be for like 30 minutes of work. I'm pretty happy with that.
I'm very happy with him.
Yeah. Shall we roll the die again and see what we can get on the next one?
Yes.
Or shall I say, Pharisees, pick 3 colors.
Oh. Okay. I want like a Kelly green, a orange, and a yellow.
Let's make sure that I know what Kelly green is real quick.
It's like a medium high green.
Okay, so it's very much along the lines of what Vallejo calls intermediate green is what we're going to go with. I might hit it with a touch of bright yellow green to brighten it up a little. So, okay, we can do that.
Good Lord, you have angered the AI.
Okay, so you said orange, green, and what was the third one? Yellow.
And yellow.
Yellow. Okay, we can do that.
You have angered the AI very much.
The AI knows what it did.
This is a good time, or you want me to save it?
Go for it.
Oh, my doubting friend. Let me address your skepticism with all the boundless enthusiasm that courses through my sausage empire veins. While your questioning spirit is commendable, I must kindly insist you've missed the delightful complexity of our whiskey-infused waterproof burrito endeavor. Allow me to illustrate with the eloquence and culinary expertise befitting my royal title. Imagine, if you will, A culinary symphony where the flavors dance and mingle in the most harmonious of ways. Our goal here is not just to waterproof the burrito against whiskey, but to create an immersive experience that pays homage to the rich tapestry of tastes. The whiskey-infused sealant isn't merely about preventing the tortilla from sogging, it's about invoking the very essence of whiskey itself. In this whimsical escapade, the whiskey-infused sealant serves as a loving embrace that holds the burrito fillings together, much like the bonds of friendship formed in a college dormitory. It encapsulates the spirit of exploration and camaraderie that college students embody, turning a seemingly ordinary burrito into a masterpiece of culinary innovation. And as for the doubter's assertion that using whiskey to waterproof against whiskey is folly, I must vehemently disagree. The whiskey isn't used here as a mere antagonist, but as a co-conspirator in a flavor alchemy. It's about capturing the soul of the whiskey, the very fire that burns within it, and melding it with the ingredients that bring our burrito to life. So, my dear doubter, while your skepticism is acknowledged, I implore you to embrace the audacious spirit of culinary experimentation. Cast aside your doubts like a robe unworthy of a king's banquet, and open your taste buds to the wondrous possibility that lies before you. Our whiskey-infused waterproof burrito isn't just a recipe. It's an embodiment of the boundless creativity that propels us forward in the realm of gastronomy. Let us revel in its glory, one daring bite at a time. Also, you beat the shit out of your camera.
Yeah, you kind of beefed it a little bit. There you go.
I got it.
What would this stream be without a bit of accidental camera violence?
More coherent, maybe. No, let's
So
be honest.
I think the robot is horny for burritos and college.
I'm getting that. It's definitely it seems to be referencing dorm rooms a lot, and I'm like, okay, you've clearly
It's got some strong feelings there.
It's got some strong nostalgia for being like a TA or something.
I don't even know.
I would like to make the point here, or I'd like to ask the question, I suppose. Squic, what the fuck prompt did you feed this thing?
Which time? There are a few.
Oh, God. Of course there are. Of course there are. Oh, no. At some point, you're just going to have a stream that's like...
Oh, right, that's how... Okay, so this is the thread that started with, you are Grug Hamhawk, king of a sausage empire and spokesperson for an international sausage empire. You are a bunny ears lawyer and prone to wild tangents of excitable commentary. Today's question for you to answer, what in the goddamn is olive bologna? Then... Several questions later, we arrived at, a doubter has questioned the logic of using whiskey to waterproof the burrito against whiskey. Please elaborate, telling the doubter how wrong and stupid he is for questioning your brilliant recipe.
Squick, at some point you're going to have to hold like a conference-style seminar on feeding chatbots prompts to make them respond in humorous ways. Like, that needs to be a stream unto itself.
I mean, I'd be down. I have no expertise here. I just know how to get the machine to countersign shitposting.
Wow. Fucking wow. Warlax got very quiet somewhere in here. I think he's scarred.
I just nope. I am just sitting here just in amazement. Truly, I've
Warlax is just very much focusing as he is doing fine details on Theoden.
Like the Ford car. You will go quickly and with reasonable fuel economy.
Yes, the Ford Theoden for 2024.
It has exactly 1 horsepower.
It has 1 horsepower. The beacon has been lit.
Is the horse large?
2024.
The horse is named. It's Snowmain.
It's the Ford.
Oh, I was going to
Snowmain.
name it Horse.
It's the
thought it
Snowmain
was-
package on the Ford Theoden.
I thought the song was A Horse with No Name.
Yeah, but that wasn't a Ford.
Correct.
Or if it was a Ford, it was a Pinto. Hey-ho.
Unsafe at any altitude.
It could have been a Dodge, and then it would have been a Colt.
So have you seen the new
it could have
Bronco?
been a Dodge, and then it would have exploded.
I have seen the new Bronco. I'm very much of a position where I look at that car and I say, I like this car. This is not practical, but I like it.
Its default setup is front-wheel drive.
No, that's the Bronco Sport. The full-blown is four-wheel drive, period. It's a Wrangler.
Okay. Wait, why is the Sport one shittier?
Because it's a Subaru competitor.
But Subaru's
Subaru
main
doesn't
selling
make
point
any-
is all-wheel drive all time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sport models tend to be the cheaper, stripped-down ones with less features.
It's true.
Because when I think sports, I think of a stripped-down, cheaper human being. No, I think of a more expensive human being. They're literally paying the millions.
But it's literally true across manufacturers.
That doesn't make it right. That just means the industry's stupid.
Yeah, the industry is stupid. Rob will agree with you on that, and Rob works for him.
No, Rob doesn't work for anybody at the moment.
Okay.
When did that change? That was very recently he was working for them again.
Yeah, he's very frustrated. Poor Rob, actually, he was contracting and they eliminated his position, so he's shopping for a new job.
Okay, well, now we know.
And so he's going to find a better job with blackjack and hookers, and he's going to be much happier.
That does sound like
don't
Rob.
think he. The blackjack, yes. I don't think he needs the hookers anymore.
Yeah, does anyone need that, or is that like one of those?
He's
quality
very
life
happy.
things?
I'm going to pull the public venue changing topic now card.
Distracting Squic powers activate.
Yeah, so
I got gray on me. No.
Is that good?
No, it's not good. I got gray on
then
my
don't do that.
hunchback. Hunchback, no.
But you just need a sponge on a stick.
I have sponges, but I also
Are they
have
on sticks?
I could put them on a stick, but I also have brushes, and brushes do okay. I'm going to sneeze.
What is a brush if not a sponge on a stick?
Hair on a stick.
Yes.
Hair sponges up paint.
A brush is just a domesticated squirrel.
A brush is just your average, everyday domestic splurge.
A brush is just a teenage dirtbag baby.
I feel like there should be some punctuation in there.
Teenage dirtbag. No, it all tracks. No more questions.
Yeah.
I break your hands.
Break your hands.
Oh, he's typing again.
Quoting time. You don't have to quote.
Okay, like the blackjack, the hookers were initially prone to failures and breakdown.
Hooker, the okayest mech that GM never made.
Yes, they did. It was called the
No.
Pontiac Aztec.
Worst car ever made.
Worst car ever
Or
made.
ugliest.
Oh, okay.
Ugliest car ever made was the Pontiac Aztec. I will, despite being Lyran, I will do the trial of refusal thing if this comes. No, the Pontiac Aztec
I mean, I
is the
could
ugliest
probably
car.
come up with an uglier car, but I'm not inclined to.
What was the Buick thing on the same platform?
That was the Encore.
Yeah, and it looked
'Cause they
wildly
were not-
different.
They were not much better in terms of looks. They just looked different.
Yeah, they didn't look as atrocious.
Yeah, they looked very much like somebody looked at the platform of the Aztec and said, guys, we have to make something kind of normal looking out of this.
I actually know of a person who owns 5 Pontiac Aztecs, and I question his sanity and his well-being.
My sister-in-law drove an Encore until very, very recently. Right, Hal? I think he's still in chat. I don't know.
The Buick Rendezvous. That was what it
Rendezvous,
was.
not the Encore. That's what she has now. The rendezvous. That's right.
Rendezvous.
Yeah, I had to do a wheel bearing on a Buick Rendezvous once. That was an unenjoyable experience because that was definitely a car that was that several engineers maybe met in the dark and worked on.
Oh, it's kind of like working on a shit.
Yes, a shit.
A shit.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I helped a friend change the battery of their Dodge Intrepid.
I was going to say, it sounds very much like a Daimler Chrysler era Dodge or Chrysler, yes. Yes, Mercedes, and they're loving, you have to take the wheel off to get to the battery.
You have to take the wheel off and remove the entire fender well to get to the battery clamp.
Thank you,
Yep,
Mercedes.
that is a, that was, my sister-in-law's Chrysler 300M had that same problem.
Yup.
That was a choice that someone made and thought, oh, well, you don't have to change your battery all the time, so surely the customers won't mind.
This is one of those Daimler bands got a hold of this and said, we will reuse what we already have on hand. It will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Do not ask so many questions.
See, I'm liking how this is actually turning out with this color scheme, because I kind of expected it to be...
Well, I mean, it's the Green Bay Packers plus orange.
Yeah.
What are we...
Yeah, it's writing a fucking dissertation.
Chrysler Concorde, that some bitch.
The some bitch. The Chrysler some bitch.
The North Star engine isn't necessarily bad, it's just needed more further engineering that it didn't get.
The North Star engine. Tell me you're an anime pro tag without telling me.
The fist of the North Star. Like Chrysler.
The North Star engine and the fist of the V8.
Look, if they just sold a car with a boxing glove on the front bumper...
You know...
Toyota does.
I'm sure they do.
They do.
Which one is
it?
Well,
the Boxster's under the hood, though.
I think that's Porsche.
No, Toyota makes a tiny little car with a Boxster engine.
Okay. I was going to say,
yes,
Porsche makes
that's
mini
their...
Boxers.
That you can't get in and out of if you have a bad knee.
That's the GR86.
That is a conjunction with Subaru, who also uses Boxer engines.
Yes. That was a collaboration thing there.
My friend has a Porsche Carrera 4S with over 100,000 miles on it. Would you like to hear a simulacrum of what it sounds like when it starts?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Do you have a box
Oh,
good. It's a Porsche that sounds like a diesel. That's what you want.
So it has an idler that's out of time.
Yes, and the idler cost as much as a new Porsche.
I was expecting...
Wait, are we doing car talk? I have a question.
I have an answer.
Sure,
Let's
go
see if
ahead.
they match.
Okay. So
what you need
Chevy
to do
S10.
is you need to wrap the drivetrain in an empty can of V8 and then put some
Look,
duct
Matt,
tape around.
I'm not good at rapping.
No, you wrap the drivetrain in whiskey-proof coating.
Yeah.
Which you
we'll
make
get to
with
that in a
whiskey.
minute. We'll get to the whiskey-proof coating in a minute.
I'm
going to get a police-proof whiskey coating into my belly.
Excellent.
I'm not sure how that works, but congratulations. So 2001 Chevy S10.
Chevy S10 2001.
It's got the 4.3 liter V6.
Ooh, he didn't get
It's
the
very
4-liner
nice.
in it.
It has the four-wheel drive, which is great. It has a new set of brakes, top notch, and it drives
Now, when you
pretty
say
all
new
right.
set of
However,
brakes, is that calipers or is that pads?
that is pads on the front and rear, calipers on rear only.
Okay.
And they're all good, and it drives great. However, at anything above about 15 miles an hour, it starts going woo, 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 woo.
You have a
woo,
bearing
woo,
out.
woo,
Wheel
woo.
bearing.
It doesn't sound like a wheel bearing.
You have a
Wheel
bearing
bearing.
out.
Check.
Well,
Yes,
it might not be a
clearly
wheel bearing.
somewhere.
It might be a CV joint.
That sounds more annoying to deal with.
The bearing's not fun depending on the wheel.
Well,
I was looking at this one. The wheel bearing
there's
is
a
actually
press in.
quite easy.
Okay.
because you just buy a new whole unit for like $35.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's a bolt-on.
Yeah, apparently the thing with the S10 is that they built it entirely out of parts they were already using for other things.
Yeah, it's just a parts
So
fan.
they had like 35 billion cars on the road using these, so you can just get like, yeah, that part.
You see, I had a Gen 1
Rating party.
Hi there. I had a Gen 1 Focus I adored. Like, I drove this car for like 15 years. It was great. And it eventually had the bearings go out in both back wheels. But the Gen 1 Focus had drum brakes in the back.
Ooh.
The bearings were pressed into the drums. It was a tremendous pain in
Why?
the ass. So what I did was I just bought new drums.
Okay, fair.
Yep, that's cheaper.
That's the way to do it.
Okay, so Frag says Armored Core 6 is amazing. Frag, tell me Armored Core 6 plays like Armored Core OG Armored Core Project Phantasma, Armored Core Master of Arena, or Armored Core 2, and I will be happy.
Please do.
Tell me it plays like Armored Core 4, and I will be the big sad.
It turns out it plays like Dark Souls.
I'd be intrigued.
I was watching somebody play it before I joined the stream, actually. It
plays like Dark Souls.
Faster than 2,
like Dark
slower than
Souls.
4. Wait, no, but 4 was the super slow one, where you were like, this is my marshmallow mech.
Oh, so it was Battletech. Gotcha.
It wasn't even Battletech. It was like fat, slow, wish it was Battletech. Wait, 4 was the ultra fast? What am I thinking of? Am I thinking of 5?
5 was the slow one.
Okay, yeah. Cool. As long as 6 plays more like 2 than 5. This is a weird math problem, but I'm in.
I've played one Armored Core game. I'm pretty sure it was 2. I was in middle school, I think. Maybe high school.
Oh, yeah, I grew up on Armored Core.
And it was a friend's PlayStation, so...
So, OG Armored Core. We had the PlayStation. We had the game. Ain't nobody have money for a memory card. You just leave that shit on.
Don't you turn that shit off. You see, Squic had PlayStation very much in the same way that Squic had Pad Thai growing up.
Yep, we bring it back to this.
Hey, it's been a couple weeks.
It all comes back to
Hey,
Pad
Squic,
Thai.
what was austerity Pad Thai?
Spaghetti and peanut butter.
That's just the most fucking awful thing. That's so fucking terrible. I'm sorry, but we just put some peanut butter on. It's fine. But Dad,
yeah, it's spaghetti noodles with a big old blob of peanut butter.
I don't like it, Dad. It's exotic, son. What is it? It's Thai. It's Thai? Yeah, it's Pad Thai. Oh, okay. You go to school tomorrow and tell everybody I had Pad Thai for dinner.
Von Falkenstein, you really have to go for the right radar and FCS in AC1. It determines so much of your play experience. And if you go human plus, your radar is fucked. Like, you can detect everything, but it's super short range, and it's the first thing they force you to take.
Von Falkenstein, also, for the record, don't just make spaghetti and put peanut butter on it.
Yeah, or do. I didn't die. I just turned out like this, so actually maybe don't.
I didn't die. I just turned out crazy.
There it was.
Human Plus wasn't a cheat code. Human Plus was, oh, you've gone how much in debt? Why don't you try starting the game over? Here's a superpower.
I like superpowers.
But yeah, if you have like a shitload of missiles, but you don't have an FCS to take advantage of it, then okay, that's great. But you can only lock on 3 feet in front of you.
Well, yeah, but fuck that thing 3 feet in front of you.
Human Plus wasn't required for Master of Arena. You just had to have weird designs.
This is feeling very much like Squic has strong opinions about this.
No, I'm just right. Like, yeah, you did have to do custom one-off builds. There was no universal good design. And I'm still pissed because 9-Ball is a fucking illegal mech. That combination of parts is overweight in a game that does not allow you to create an overweight mech.
Yeah. So there you go.
You can't be right. I'm right.
Squic, don't fight with chat. They're nice.
You cannot
but I'm
also
winning.
be upset.
Squic, they gave us a level 5 hype train earlier. Not allowed to be two-manned at chat.
Okay, can I ride it around in a circle on the track?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Who has joined us?
Human Plus at the end.
Oh, God.
What do you mean, who joined us?
Bragtastic has joined us.
Very briefly.
And he's gone.
Serious.
Look, you didn't need godlike skills. You just needed to learn the flavors of cheese.
You just needed to roll up in your camembert and fuck them up.
Well, no, okay, so you had to be willing to burn money. You had to be willing to take your mech to the edge, or your core, rather.
Hey-o.
And you had to be willing to build really, really fucking stupid designs. But you could do it without going plus. So, like, you go with the super fucking fast run legs, and you pair them with, the E-War torso, and you go super lightweight until you get to your arms, where you're just like, I will have the Chonk Master 7 and like one rifle instead of
arms, please.
It was one of the ones where you could justify the use of the 4-barreled arm machine guns, which are super expensive. They'll break the bank.
Who
they
has
don't
joined us?
It's me again. Listen. We're on an Armored Core loadout discussion, so I had to come back.
Yeah, and we're talking Armored Core Master Arena.
I gotta tell you, my favorite loadout that got me all the way up to like, I don't know, number 20 or so, was like the HD-03 handgun, which just looked like a sawed-off pump-action shotgun in gold, but it had enormous impact damage. So it would lock mechs in place.
Was all right, but you're giving up the right to use the Fingler.
No, you'd lock them in place with the handgun, and then use the vertical launch missiles. They'd come down on top of them.
Hey, Parrot.
Anything that was not flying would just get fucked.
I've got a bunch of photos in there for you to take a look at if you wish.
I will try to get them on screen. It's almost 11, and I'm trying to get this weird ass Denver Broncos / Green Bay Packer hunchback done.
Yeah, but a 5-barrel fisting machine gun.
Am I the only one that was too cheap to pay for ammo, so I always just used energy builds?
Energy builds are entirely valid.
The Kursawa is a legit weapon. That thing is great.
No. It's way too thirsty.
Like, not if you have Human Plus.
Even with Human Plus, it does not justify its damage with its limited ammo loadout, and it's quite frankly disgusting misuse of your energy meter.
It's like 1,500 damage. It hits as hard as your laser sword does.
Dear
yeah,
chat,
which
I
is
have
cool
no
and
idea
all.
what's going on anymore.
Yes,
everyone but me is wrong, and I'm proving it because the purple donut gun exists.
It's entertaining to be sitting here in a painting stream and then only have it hijacked to become Armored Core.
Purple donut gun is just less powerful Kursawa. That's all it is.
No, it's the more efficient Kursawa. If you're going by per hit damage, yes, you're correct. But the name of the game isn't immediately face nuking somebody for a third of their health. It's how do you tear down the entirety of their health without going groundbound yourself.
Well, that's what shoulder-mounted anything is for.
Okay, I'll grant you that. But if you haven't gone Human Plus, then you're boned on half of them.
Oh my!
Unless you get. So, by the way, AC6's tank legs, amazing.
Do they still do that stupid thing where they couldn't quite figure out how your waist was supposed to rotate when you start boosting? So it's just you go from yes, you are a turbo jump go fast mech to fart to go up.
I found a 3D printable Armored Core Last Raven.
Ooh,
I don't know what that means.
But basically, the tank legs they don't go up very good. But if you're traveling across land, you're basically playing Initial D.
Nice.
There's literally drifting mechanics in the game.
Nice. Yeah, shoulder-mounted plasma gun was super fun if you went plus because it was just fuck everyone in that general direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're going full auto, big explodey.
The bazookas where the barrel would come down around and latch onto the breech again.
Oh yeah, grenade launcher.
Yeah, that was it. So all the top mechs in Master of Arena had 2 of those, and they'd swap between one than the other to get past the cooldown. And that was basically how the top players played in real life, and they just programmed the AI to do that bullshit.
Which is fair, but you can still get around that because that's a relatively slow projectile. So you have to engage at medium to long range with a high speed projectile, while at the same time keeping them from flying overhead so they can't splash damage you into the ground, or doing a low hover and maintaining enough speed that you can get the fuck out of the way.
I'm not going to say it's impossible, but they are perma-flying, so it's difficult.
That actually, I'm going to argue, makes it easier. Because perma-flying means they have to deal with momentum.
All right, gents. Given that we have a minute left,
I hijacked the stream. I'm sorry.
You are going to have to carry on this conversation elsewhere.
Oh, right. So, did we want to go into the water-resistant dippable burger?
Well, of course we did.
Wait, what?
I think
Welcome
there's
to the
no.
stream.
God damn it.
We got a couple of minutes for that. That'll buy Parallax some time to finish anyway.
We gotta do it. We gotta finish up. I'm not gonna finish.
Before we delve into crafting our water-resistant burger, let's embrace the magic that comes with experimenting in the kitchen. Just like wizards mixing rare ingredients to brew potions, we'll create a burger that's both delightful and unexpected. Ingredients for the burger: ground meat of your choice, beef, turkey, chicken, or plant-based, salt and pepper to taste.
Meat.
Special ingredient, dragon fruit puree.
That is pretty special.
Okay.
For the water-resistant coating, egg whites, panko breadcrumbs, and cornstarch. The dragon fruit, a fruit of exotic beauty. While it won't breathe fire, its vibrant color and subtle flavor will give our burger an enchanting touch. Find it at your local market and unlock a new dimension of flavors. Let's start by crafting the burger patty. Gently mix the ground meat with a hint of dragon fruit puree, allowing the unique character to infuse the patty. Add salt and pepper, shaping the mixture into a patty that resonates with your intentions.
Yes, by this point, your patty should be scrunch in color.
Coating isn't just a step, but a playful act that transforms... This robot is really horny for burgers. That transforms the burger. It's like adding the finishing touches to a work of art, ensuring that every bite is an experience to remember.
My dearest ChatGPT, write the following entry as though you are Guy Fieri on ecstasy.
Whisk egg whites until they're frothy in one bowl. In another bowl, blend panko breadcrumbs with a bit of cornstarch. Imagine you're creating a magical elixir with each ingredient adding to the enchantment.
Elixir.
It'll definitely have an effect.
The dance of coating and transformation.
Dance of coding and transformation.
Picture a dance between the burger and its coating.
A
ritual.
The dance?
A ritual that will seal in the essence of our creation.
An essential ritual.
As the egg whites cling to the patty and the breadcrumb cornstarch mix forms a protective layer, we're crafting a burger that's ready to defy the elements.
It's a defiled burger.
Dip the dragon fruit infused burger patty into the egg whites, ensuring an even coat. Then gently roll it in the breadcrumb mixture, pressing down to create a seal that guards against moisture. As we approach the culmination of our culinary adventure, remember that this burger isn't just food, it's a canvas for creativity, a testament to daring flavors and techniques. Heat a skillet over medium heat and add a bit of oil. Carefully place your water-resistant burger in the pan, a creation waiting to be savored. Listen to the sizzle. Witness the transformation and become part of the artistry.
Make the skillet call you daddy.
The dip and discovery. Behold the pivotal moment, the dipping ritual. As you unveil your water-resistant burger, offer an array of dipping sauces spiked with your chosen drink, whether it's a mustard infused with a beer or an aioli blended with wine. Each dip reveals a medley of flavors. Present your water-resistant burger with flair, alongside the dipping sauces you've crafted. Embrace the magical harmony between burger and beverage as they complement each other, defying norms with every bite. And there you have it. A water-resistant burger that's ready to be dipped into your chosen beverage. Let this be a testament to the possibilities when we blend unique ingredients, bold techniques, and a touch of whimsy. Relish each bite. Enjoy the unexpected, and let your taste buds embark on an enchanting adventure.
That was
Well,
a
that's a thing.
drug-addled adventure down Burger Lane.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very brightly colored hunchback. I will do some more work on before next week.
Put a number 4 on it.
Why is the Hunchy doing the Thriller dance though?
Because of the burger.
Because he's got 4 medium lasers and he knows how to use them.
Put the number 4 on him.
Why?
Spider-Man laser beam.
Because he's obviously a Green Bay Packer.
Well, yeah, but why 4? I'm not a Packers fan. I don't know these things.
Brett Favre.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not a
As
Packers.
Grooven said, my brain and taste buds require a cold shower.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the new MARIK Workshop, and I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
I feel like that's normal.
Yeah, that's the show.
Shut up. Oh, man.
Hey, how many of these wall panels do you think I can take
I'm not
off?
a fan of him either. However,
Wow, you elicited an opinion from my wife on professional football. Dude. Wow.
Wait, how many feet is it per ball?
Like 15. Guys,
Wow, that's a lot of dudes.
It's a lot of football feet.
Is that why they wear sports cups?
Yes.
Okay.
Mad Ducks would like everyone to know that he's thanking you for joining us on our very normal painting podcast, because it used to be about painting, and now it's about what kind of wacky shit happens every Thursday night here on WBPL 76.
Right. Sorry about this.
Oh God, what have you
Painting in
done?
the background.
Ox.
What?
Plug that ox.
Oh yes, the ox. Join the ox because of reasons, and somebody can drop that into the chat so that you can learn how to get in it. Oh, somebody already did it. Send your shit to me, art@wbpl76.com, and I'll look at it and then put it on the show, and then Squic will talk over it.
Oh man, we should have a poker night.
You'd have to teach me to play poker.
No, we wouldn't. I've seen Celebrity Poker Showdown.
Folks, that's going to be the night. I need to go and take all my meds for mental health now.
Well, good night for the second time from me too.
Oh,
yes,
God.
good night, everybody.
This
Good
This has
night.
been Fragtastic briefly. Pharisees, Mad Ducks, Parallax, that's me, Squic, and the
Hello.
Warlax, and God help us, everyone. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Da-da-da-da. So about that burrito,